Hi, guys. We have some updates, some live. I've got this article from Hal Turner and seeing some of the new tweets on X kind of confirm the situation. We have a lightning storm going on here, guys. So, prayers for this stream, okay? But I want to get a couple of these things out as quickly as possible, though. It's very fluid. So we're going to start with this Hal Turner article. Anyway, so it says Israel has reportedly launched missiles attack against Iran in escalatory response to the Iranian retaliation over the Israel bombing Iran embassy on April 1st. Reports are coming in saying Israel struck the Isfahan and Nance nuclear facilities in central Iran. Revolutionary Guard Corps locations in Iran and several sites in neighboring countries of Iraq. Israeli missile launches follow Iran's attack last Saturday, where the country sent a volley of more than 300 uncrewed drones and missile towards targets throughout the country, Israeli military officials previously said. All but a few were intercepted by Israel and its allies, including United States officials. The attack by Iran was lawful pursuant to Article 51 of the United Nations Chapter because Iran did that in response to an Israel bombing of the Iranian embassy compound in Damascus, Syria, on April 1st, in violation of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. Iran has previously warned that any attack upon Iranian soil by Israel would be met with a ferocious Iran response. Now the world awaits to see how far this escalates. Live updates will appear below. Okay, so Iran has ordered a clearing of its airspace, presumably for its missiles response, which we know that, right? Iranian medias are now reporting that Israel is responsible for the attacks. Pentagon confirms it is Israel hitting Iran per ABC News. Residents of Zarjan district at 4:30 a.m. Zardan and Isfahan near the nuclear facility. Many explosions were heard, and Iranian air defenses tried to respond to the attack. And here is the closing of the airspace. Multiple airports in Iran have closed per recent NOTAM postings. This doesn't appear to be a short-term suspension of flights. It seems to be a mass cancellation, which possibility indicates that Iran isn't planning on reopening its western airspace for a while. Gold and silver spiking as investors flee for cover. Iran's state-affiliated Fars news agency confirms that at least one explosion has occurred in Ishfar, Iran. Sources linked to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard have now confirmed that Israeli missiles have struck near city of Kwaha Shirstan with the Isfahan province of central Iran. Media outlets affiliated with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard confirmed the huge explosion occurred in the city of uh, Kwaharstan in Isfahan. Reports of an explosion in Iran, Iraq, and in Syria. Flash, major explosion at this hour at Iran's Isfahan and Nats nuclear sites. Explosion near this airport in Iranian Army Hashtam Shikari Air Base. Heavy jet activity reported over Iraq and Syria. Unclear if the USAF or IAF. Iranian state media is reporting that tonight's airstrike by the Israel Air Force may have targeted the 8th Tactical Air Base of the Iranian Air Force and Isfahan International Airport, which contains multiple squadrons of F-14 Tomcat fighter cat. 10:34, an emergency meeting of Iranian Supreme National Council. Flights to Tehran, Isfahan, Shiraz, and all other airports in western Iran suspended. Mer News. For reader reference, the map below shows the locations of the Iran nuclear program site. Tehran, Qom, Nats, Ardikan, Sakhan 1 and 2, and Arak and Isfahan. And that's all the places that were hit, right? U.S. are refueling tankers. And are now up over Baghdad, Iraq. This could mean that the U.S. is refueling the Israeli aircraft used in the attack. And if this is true, U.S. bases throughout the Middle East will likely be targeted by Iranian response. Iran warned of this exact scenario days ago. Of note, Iran's foreign ministry earlier today, in case the Israeli regime embarks on an aventurism again and takes action against this interest of Iran, the next response from us will be immediate at a maximum level. And Iran to strike Israel's nuclear sites if theirs get hit. IRGC command tag tab. If the Zionist regime wants to take action against our nuclear centers and facilities, we will surely and categorically reciprocate and advance missiles against their own nuclear sites. Source Sky News. Official Israeli government sources are keeping pure radio silence. That only happens when there is heavy censorship and complete coordination. Anyone who deals with the Israeli source knows how unusual this is. Quick analysis. The major issue is Iran has now backed themselves into a corner after upping the ante earlier today about a responsive attack. Now they will feel as if they do not respond, they will be viewed as weak rather than a regional power, which will likely result in another flash. The IDF has allegedly hit 7 cities inside of Iran: Tehran, Fordo, Arak, Nawats, Karag Island, Bushehr, Badr Abbas. Iranian state television reports strong explosion near Tehran. Of note, oil prices are now up 4%. Bulletin. Syrian media is claiming Israel sent missiles from Jordan. 11:01. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is claiming to have shot down several drones earlier over the western province of Isfahan. Iranian officials and outlets are claiming that all explosions heard tonight are due to interceptions and that no explosions have occurred on the ground. Official denial confirmed. I got off the phone just now with the informed person in the region. No attack on Iran has taken place. You can take this to the bank. That said, Israel just laid the foundation for such an attack by knocking out Syrian EWRs. And then here is until this moment, there has been no attack from outside the borders to Isfahan and other parts of the country, and they have only made a failed and humiliating attempt to fly quadcopters, and quadcopter have also been shot down. The news of American media is not true. And Iran laughs off Iran's attack. Spokesperson for the Iranian Space Agency. Everything that happened was failed and humiliating attempt for Israeli aviation. U.S. source confirms an Israeli strike with Iran, says the U.S. was not involved, and there was pre-notification to the U.S. from the Israelis' White House NSC declining to comment in the Middle East tonight. 11:20 Eastern Daylight Time. All quiet for quite a while now. Greatly conflicted reports from very many sources, some saying this was a broad-based attack by Israel, others report denying everything, saying there have been no explosions and everything is fine. This is very weird. I am suspending live updates and will post any new developments into a new lead story. Hal Turner, good night. Okay, so there's been all kinds of stuff. Okay, so we still see open source intelligence has set U.S. sets nuclear forces on high alert. Then we have Israeli military says sirens sounded in northern Israel. We have B&O News, Iranian official, there's been no airstrike in Isfahan or other parts of the country. They've only made a failed and humiliating attempt to fly quadcopters, and they were all shot down. Okay, that correlates with what Hal reported. Then we have open source intelligence. Iranian war cabinet says it will respond to the latest Israeli attack on the country in an unprecedented manner. Then we also have open source intelligence. Taiwan air defense zone breached by Chinese PLA aircraft. Then we have Iranian official to Reuters. There was no missile attack on Iran, Reuters. Oh my goodness sakes, guys, it gets so crazy. But now we have, and this was the most recent, it was at 10:32, sirens sounding in northern Israel. This is developing. And then Iran says Iran will target Israeli nuclear sites in a counterattack. And let's see, I don't know, where did I see that? Hold on, guys. There was... hold on. Is it in this one here? One of these. Let's see. hostile drone intrusion alerts popping up all over northern Israel. Here it is. This is Christopher Green. He says, I'll be going underground for a while. No more video updates until the dust settles. So some people are taking this as a very serious situation. All right. And again, the U.S. was not involved in the Israeli strike in Iran. There was pre-notification to the U.S. from Israelis about the strike, though, NBC. So we will continue to look and to see what the heck. Iranian official to Reuters, there was no missile attack on Iran. I will tell you, I went to the IRGC states that Iran will target Israel nuclear South's counterattack. So if there wasn't anything, per se, that has taken place, why is there a counter? I don't know. Anyway, let's see, where were we at? The fog of the war. I kind of feel like him, don't you? All right. Explosions in Iran. U.S. media reports Israeli strikes. Air defense system all over several Iranian cities were activated. Explosions were heard near the central city of Isfahan. Iran's Fars news agency reported 3 explosions were heard near the Shikari Army Air Base. Okay, so this is I'm going to do a refresh. Because, again, Iranian state television, Iranian nuclear facilities did not suffer any damages. And so at this time, there is no change in directives. But here you can see, following the Israeli missile attack on Iran, the ISNA, a state-run news agency, says the fight at Mehrabad Airport and other airports in western Iran have been suspended. And this says an Iranian semi-official Fars News citing local sources reports an explosion was heard here. But again, they're saying, they haven't been hit. So I don't know, guys. We will continue. There's a lot of red dots there, but those were there last night. I can tell you that. They must be old, have expired, whatever. We'll see if we can check in on the live view map for.
What you doing?
Okay, there we go.
I went to get a
And-
water ticket and all the watering machines went down.
Cool. It's too late right now, son.
No,
Crazy boy.
at 9,
I'm live though.
but they wouldn't let me buy a lottery ticket.
Okay, so Hezbollah announces they're targeting of gathering Israeli soldiers in the Hanida area, and Hezbollah is targeting Israel's in Al Malika site. Okay. And so so far that's what's coming up on the live map. And we'll see. We'll go back here, see if he's posted anything new. I don't believe so. Nope. And so we'll go back here and just keep going back and forth, trying to keep up. This was 10 minutes ago. Israel attack against Iran appears for the moment to be fairly limited in scope, although it's still a direct attack on Iranian territory. Iran's response will be very indicative of how this conflict will ultimately play out. We will remain at DEFCON 4 for now. And that is the DEFCON warning system that a lot of people follow. Some people follow this DEFCON warning system 2, which says we're at a 3 and not a 4. And again, these are just open source intelligent alerts. They're privately funded analysis of current activities, and this is this is DEFCON 3 for the U.S. according to this warning system. And again, if you go with C3 for USA, if you go to the Middle East, they're at a 2. Clearly, they should be at a 2. I don't think anybody would argue that. So for people that were interested into knowing, what the systems were saying, all right. U.S. officials estimate 300 to 400 Iranians killed in the latest wave of Israeli attacks, according to open source intelligence. And I'm just going to kind of continue to go back and forth, try to keep us up to date with what is being reported. Preliminary, Israel estimates roughly 300 Iranians killed in a new wave. So, all right. And then we have 70 new post over here. All parties involved must find peace immediately before WW3 wipes out humanity from the face of the planet. Yeah. And all right, the bait has been set by Israel for the United States. Will the United States eventually join this war? Is this the point of no return for Russia? And Russia and China have been preparing for this moment since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi. So I believe we've kind of already have kind of stated that we're going to protect Israel. So we'll just see. They've protected Israel from the previous attacks. I don't see anything changing from where we are right now. But anyway, here is an Iranian official to Reuters. The explosion heard in Isfahan was a result of the activation of Iran's air defense system. So it wasn't an explosion you were hearing. It was their air defense system. Kind of crazy. Anyway, U.S. sources, missiles launched by Israel were not intercepted and hit their targets. So according to U.S. sources, missiles launched by Israel were not intercepted and hit their target. We saw a couple of videos that, from what we were seeing, looked to be like targets were hit, right? Kind of crazy. Anyway, excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hi there, Daryl. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Timothy. Hello, MG. Hi, Joni. How are you all? Hello, hello, hello. At least we'll have a good Passover week, huh? Make the chickens stop texting you. I hear you. Hi, Mike. How are you, honey? It will indeed. And nobody got time for that. How are you? Let's see. I want to make sure we hit everybody. Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield is a good one, isn't he? Hi, Cheryl. How are you, sister? And Jesus is my king. So good to see you. Hi, James. All right. So I think we got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I say hi to everybody if I can. But it seems you're happy you can stay up late. I bet. It seems things have a strength. Thank you, winning streak. It seems things have, we really appreciate that, Heidi. Thank you so very much, sister. And God bless you. We really have, what appears to be a turn of events, but we have a U.S. official saying that the targets have been hit. So I don't know, videos were pretty convincing, in my opinion, and we'll just continue to bounce back and forth. Here, Iran mocks it. Israel says there's been no airstrike in Isfahan or other parts of the country. They only made a failed, humiliating attempt to fly quadcopters, and they were all shot down. I don't know. All we can do is report what is coming out. October Rain says this is horrible news and will result in attacks on U.S. military bases. Assets and most probably within the U.S. private sector. Israeli has conducted missile Yelp, and we definitely can confirm that. We've been touching on this, that Iran is, as much as says it's a failed attempt. So anyway, again, things continue to change quickly, as you guys can see. Lots of posts. Okay, so Israel has responded and is currently attacking Iran inside Iran, as well as Syria and Iraq. Pray, my friends, this is about to get dicey, and that comes from Matt Couch. And you can see things blowing up, it looks like. Who knows exactly where this video is coming from. This could be even from Israel itself, but I doubt it. Let's see. The explosion heard in Isfahan was a result. This one here, I think this is kind of, it's going to be about who do you believe? And Mario Nafal says his thoughts is Iran is likely lying about the attack because they do not want to escalate this matter and with limited response. I don't know if that's the reason, but who knows? Okay, so we have a van carrying Japanese nationals targeted by a suicide bomber in Ladar area of Karachi, Pakistan. 2 people dead and all foreigners are safe, local media reports. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a heck of an explosion there. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All righty. Iranian official, this was 18 minutes ago, says the strike hit the military air base near Isfahan. New York Times. Israel, we got you. Iran, no, you didn't. Israel, let's agree to disagree. Iran, deal. I'm sorry, guys. This stuff is just, I mean, if I wasn't here reading this, I don't think that I would even be it's like, are we a bunch of school kids here on the playground? Tag, you're it. No, you're not. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I tagged you. Yes, no, I mean, that's what I feel like, right? Hi there, Ryan. How are you, honey? How did you have that MRI? I hope we're not ignoring you, brother. I mean, come on, that's what I feel like. It's absolutely insane. Tag, you're it. Keystone Cops Life. I hear you, Timothy. Paintball tag. Yeah, right. I feel like we're monitoring some kind of child whole schoolyard. Who's on first? Absolutely, Mike. It's absolutely kind of just insane. You did, and 8 got this. Aw. Daryl just pushed you. Daryl, let's play nice now. Come on, guys. We got to play nice, children. But yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, come on, really? I mean, let's continue. You can see how Daryl says he did not. Anyway, you can see how fluid and how quickly things are changing. I mean, this is 10 minutes. Iranian official claims Iran was attacked from inside Iran. So 1 minute they wasn't attacked, and then the next minute they were attacked. I guess they can't clearly make up their minds. But hey, again, maybe you can't keep your eye on our ears open to everything that is taking place all at one time. It's a big play yard, right? There's many things to account for and everything else. So they have to assess everything. So yeah, I can see maybe, things might change just a little bit. Anyway, we continue, right? It says if all Israel is doing is destroying some obsolete F-14 Tomcats, then Iran didn't even have parts for it. Then this is just for appearance. This was not a serious strike on Iran. Remains to be seen what else might have been targeted, though. And this is from Zero Hedge. So Iran missiles that hit the desert, and Israel retaliates by taking out Iran's 50-year-old Tomcats. Got it. Say, oh Lordy, you just can't make this stuff up, right? Anyway, so Israel attack against Iran is underway. Areas where nuclear facilities reported to be some targets, and that was 2 hours ago. So you also have to pay attention to how new the news is. We want minutes or less, right? Videos from near the military base of Isfahan, Iran, total peace. So here is this video. They're trying to stream a video here saying that nothing's happening. They're saying they're at peace. There's no incoming bombs. And this was 43 minutes ago. It does kind of look like maybe it's a little hazy. So could something have fallen? Yeah, but would we have seen something on fire still? I would say possible. I don't know. So let's see if we got anything else. Yeah. Bitcoin doesn't like war either. So it looks like Bitcoin is taking a good hit here. We'll continue. All right. Israel has responded and is currently attacking Iran inside Iran as well, Syria and Iraq. We already saw that one, it seems like. Right there, didn't we? Yeah. Iran warned that if Israel struck its territory, the response would be stronger and immediate. I guess we shall see what happens in the coming hours. According to this, FBI are investigating cut AT&T lines that caused huge delays at Sacramento, Maine airport. That's interesting. Just saying. And then from Sputnik, Iranian air defenses have been repelling airstrikes in several Iranian regions. Iranian state news agency IRNA reported. Photos from ABC News. And this is Sputnik. We know, let's go back to our live map. We will see if there's anything new there. We know Ukraine is. We'll go back to Iran. I don't know. Doesn't look too much different. Doesn't look like there's anything updated. So much for live view map, right? Anyway. Israel bombs 7 cities. We are in uncharted territory. Absolutely. A lot of conflicting reports from both U.S. and Iranian officials. It is making it rather difficult to really understand what happened tonight. Overall, despite the mess, the following is consistent. Israel conducted a limited strike on Iranian soil. The target was unclear. Iranian officials have blasted the following comments to local and foreign media outlets and successfully intercepted suspicious objects. No missile attack took place. And military airbase was Isfahan was struck. No explosions occurred, and all quiet in Isfahan. Things like this really show how messy events can be, especially in the initial hours. Tread carefully on uncollaborative items. So, and we're we're trying to report all of it. And especially if you hear one of the mainstream places have conferred or reported it, because who knows? Isn't it fun catching them with their pants down? Yes, it is. Let's see. Iranians state that they have targeted 8 tactical air bases, which contains multiple squadrons of F-14 Tomcat fighter aircraft. So, la la. That's funny, but not funny. I'm just saying. Oh, mercy. Oil and gas spike on news of the attack on Iran. That goes without saying. Yeah. And this was CBS. The U.S. Israel retaliates against Iran. So we know there's something took place because obviously, mainstream media wouldn't dare come out and say something happened and nothing happened. Ooh, or would they? I don't know, guys. It looks like a party, and they're saying they want proof of a war between Russia and Ukraine because it looks like Party Central there. So, who knows? I guess everybody's just partying everywhere, and, the joke's on us. Poor innocent bystanders are at home just, minding our own business, listening to what they're pushing. I don't know. I have peace in me. I'm not, shaken in any way. But I assure you, if I saw missiles falling out of the sky, I'd probably be a little shaken, stirred up. So here's some videos from Max that says that they carried out. Explosions were reportedly heard cities of Tehran. According to media reports, explosions were reported in Syria and Iraq. Media reported an explosion of Iran's Isfahan was heard near the airport. But again, Iran is saying that this didn't happen, guys. So I don't know. We'll just keep going back and forth, I guess, and report what we can. Don't call, we'll call you. Absolutely. So anyway, I do know that Israel, this is the nuclear site. It's quiet. This guy sure is having fun posting up these little videos. It looks like the same one from earlier that we saw. So, and that was an hour ago. So there we go. They just chilling, it looks like, right? Matt says it'll be a long night. Yeah, it could be a long night. I will say that unless there's some kind of major development in Israel tonight or this morning, it'll probably be what U.S. officials are now claiming that Israel's strike tonight against Iran was limited in scope and that it was conducted utilizing unmanned aircraft. So their story has changed some because earlier it says there was missile struck, right? I mean, I know that we read that, right? Iran's Tansim missile attack, large explosion ruled out so far. Iranian official says strike hit military airbase near Isfahan, New York Times. Israel, we got you. Iran, no, you don't. Oh, mercy. Guys, you can't. There's just so much fun that, we can't even make this stuff up if we tried, right? Seriously. So, anyway, guys, it doesn't look like there's much flowing out right now. It's kind of slowed down. Here's a first video out of Iran, shows Israeli attack on Iran. But Zero Hedge says Iran says nothing happened. So I guess Iran is saying nothing's happened over there. I don't see any new things over here. Usually he's pretty on it too. So people are kind of, Israel has officially launched an attack on Iran. So guys, we can definitely say that there was a response. So are we going to have a back and forth, a tit for a tat? I would definitely say the next few hours shall be interesting. We can see that there's been some drone attacks in Israel tonight. I will tell you, we'll keep definitely an eye and ear out, but as the flow of information has kind of trickled to a drip, 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 drip. Well, that's not fun. That's kind of crazy. So they were saying no nuclear sites were harmed in the making of this film. Absolutely. We got that, right? But, and it does appear that there seems to be somebody filming something. Who are we to say that that's the exact spot? I don't know. I've never been to Iran. Well, I couldn't tell you what place that was. But wherever that place is, it does not appear that anything is happening. Well, I don't know what to say. Boom, boom, boom. I can only go by what is being reported and what isn't being reported and what we're seeing on maps that, are supposed to be trustworthy. And it doesn't look like there's a whole lot that has taken place. There's a couple little things here. But nothing huge. Now, guys, I will tell you, last night was kind of crazy. And if you were paying attention to New York Prepper and K something news, that was really intense, not knowing what in the heck was going on. And then tonight we have this. Am I shocked? No, I'm not. Would we have been doing all that for preparation for tonight? Yeah, most definitely, especially if Israel prepared them for it, So, anywho, Iran media news about holding an emergency meeting of the Iranian Supreme National Security Council is incorrect. So now there is no Supreme National Security Council. That is incorrect. So, guys, no emergency over there. Okay, so here we have a DEFCON level warning system. There has been confirmed report that Israel has carried out a retaliatory strike with Iran, and unconfirmed reports of explosions heard in Isfahan, Iran, Suwaida, southern Syria near Baghdad, Iraq, and Babil, Iraq. That's it. Now, this is from Matt. Multiple hostile drone intrusions, alerts across northern Israel, not on the border with Lebanon, alarm sounding northern Israel, developing story. So clearly Israel's being hit. Israel carried out strikes. So, I mean, was this, just to save face? To say, okay, we hit them. I don't know, guys. How much will this escalate? We'll see in the coming hours, I guess. Iran says that it has identified Israel's nuclear sites and has its finger on the trigger, ready to respond if Israel attacks its own nuclear sites. So they're just saying, if Israel actually hits Iran's nuclear sites. They're going to hit Israel's nuclear sites. A tit for a tat, right? And that was 4 hours ago. I mean, see, 3 hours ago, unconfirmed reports of explosions. Yeah. Which we kind of already have covered that. Iran, of course, is saying nothing's happened. All this is just, much to do about nothing. Vietnam State Bank says ready to intervene in the FX market. The dong is about to soar. That was 22 minutes ago. That's interesting. We're getting a lot of different things coming from this, obviously. The markets are kind of crazy. An hour ago, Iran's nuclear facilities remain unharmed, state TV. So, I guess, all is well. He got a big birthday bang. No punt. Let's see. Yeah, we already talked about that earlier. So, guys, that is what we have. We'll see if there's anything new here. They're saying U.S. oil futures surge above 85 a barrel after reports of retaliatory strikes by Israel and Iran. Obviously, anything to raise in prices, right? So, anyway, the market will be interesting to see how it unfolds as well. But yeah, not seeing too much more coming out. All of this is earlier. This here was that video. All we can do. But again, can't really make out what that is. A bunch of blinking lights, if you ask me. North Korea mocks the U.S. envoy Asia trip by calling it the ad-begging trip of a loser. Yeah. I don't think anybody really cares what he says, to be honest. Just in my opinion. Biden and POTUS said, don't. Iran and Israel said, F you, will we now all learn if Iran has nukes? Yeah. I don't know. All right, guys. I think that's about it. I'm going to call it a night. Australia calls on nationals to leave Israel. Yeah, I can't say who didn't see that coming. I mean, you have to still take precautionary siren sound in northern Israel. I think the next few days will be interesting. But it seems that things are kind of slowing down. So, and has had them absolutely run. I don't think anybody's fooled by by them saying they don't, them saying they haven't been attacked. We've seen crazier things, right? Now, did they hit what they said they hit? I don't know. I would say there's probably not too many governments that can be trusted, right? So it's kind of like, who do you believe? Anyway, all we can do is believe the sources that tell us what is going on, right? Anyway, guys, we'll continue to pray here. I am going to go. I love you all. I do. It just does appear that things have kind of trickled down to nothing. If anything else breaks, you guys know I'm your girl. and we're going to bring you every little thing that we can, the craziest of the stories to where we find out what really is going on. You can expect that there'll be more stuff trickling, and we'll just keep an eye on the drip, drip, drip tonight, right? Anyway, prayers with everyone in the Middle East. God bless you all. I love you, and thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. God bless you. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you in the morning. Bye.